Hi, I'm Chris Haigh and this is the Fiddle channel, and today we're going to play the Derry Hornpipe. This tune is a request for Meter. Thank you for asking for this. It's a lovely tune. Is it called the Derry Hornpipe or the London Derry Hornpipe? That depends on where you come from and how sensitive you are about history. The area of Derry was handed over to the Corporation of London back in 1609 and they called it Londonderry. And ever since, whether you call it Derry or Londonderry, kind of depends on what you think, whether you think this was a good idea to hand over a piece of Ireland to a bunch of Englishmen. And Ireland has lived with the consequences ever since and still does. So it can be a sensitive matter as to whether you call it the Derry or the Londonderry. But anyway, this is a lovely tune, a typical hornpipe in that it has a dotted rhythm, yump, dump, ba dump, ba dump, ba dum. It's played quite a lot slower than a reel. It has lots of triplets, da-ka-da-dunk, da-ka-da-dunk, dunk, that kind of thing. And typically the line ends with yump, pom, pom, is a very typical hornpipe thing. And strangely, there are many hornpipes in America that started off with this format and are still called hornpipes, but have been turned completely straight. And but often the yump pom pom at the end will still survive. Anyway, this tune, it has between 2 and 6 sections or parts. I'm going to give you 3 parts, but I think 2 is probably the most common. And this tune, incidentally, is also found in Quebec, where it's sometimes called Quadrille de l'Oncle T-Bay, and it was popularised by the Canadian fiddler Ward Allen. So, I'm going to go through first of all the A section. 1, 2, 3. Notice there's a lot of arpeggios in this tune, stuff like, and that is another very typical thing about hornpipes, and it's one thing that makes them quite difficult. So this is definitely not a beginner's tune. I've played it mostly with separate bows, with just a few slurs here and there, because we're going da 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 da. There's a tendency for your bow to move towards the tip, so a few slurs just to get you back are a good idea. Notice that hornpipes are never written with dots, so it could be a dot and then a semiquaver. It's never written like that. It's written as if it was straight, so it's up to you to interpret that rhythm. Okay, B section. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these triplets in the 4th bar of this section, there's different ways you can approach this. You could slur them, and that's certainly the easiest way. You could even slur all 6 together if you wanted, but I think 2 would be better. But playing them as very short separate bows, I think, is the best way. Let's just hear it up to tempo doing that. It's important to get really short bows. Okay, third section, 1, 2, 3, 4. The triplets, incidentally, I think you could probably leave them out altogether if you wanted to. Do something like that. It's always possible to simplify a tune if you want, and it's often a good idea to do that, particularly if you're struggling with a particular passage. So let's do the whole thing with the backing. I hope you enjoyed this. If you would like a copy of the PDF of the sheet music, then do subscribe to the channel and send me an email. And if you would like to get PDFs for all of my videos in one go, and that's I think it's over 300 of them now, then do consider subscribing to my Patreon page. Thank you for watching. I will play you out with this at full speed, and I'll see you again soon.